This is crazy good news. It turns out that states have been unknowingly sitting on a weapon that could take dark money out of politics and destroy Citizens United. And Montana is finally using it. We were told this was permanent, that Citizens United was settled into law. Supreme Court precedent, right? You can't fight it. Corporations are people and people have free speech. Well, Montana isn't fighting it. They're sidestepping it entirely. Last year in Maine, voters tried to push back. 3 out of 4 voters said yes, cap spending contributions on corporations. Within weeks, the court struck it down. Citizens United says you can't limit what corporations spend because spending money is free speech. Montana saw that and they asked, why are corporations allowed to spend money in elections at all? Elections are literally being auctioned off to the highest bidder. That's how it works now. $275 million was poured into one race in Montana. Montana has a population of about the size of Philadelphia. That's insane. And no one knows where any of this money is actually coming from. It's all funneled through shell groups. And those shell groups exist to hide their donors. That's how entrenched and normalized this has become. Elections are being bought by unknown entities. Well, I'm going to say something crazy, but corporations aren't people. They're legal entities that only exist because states allow them to. A state grants them powers, limited liability, tax advantages, perpetual existence. Montana is saying that those powers don't include the ability to buy frickin' elections. Montana's constitutional amendment says when we create a corporation, we grant it powers to do business. We do not grant it the power to spend money on elections. That was never part of the deal. So Citizens United says you can't limit speech, and Montana says corporations never had speech in the first place. People can still spend money, but their name goes on it. No more hiding behind anonymous LLCs or shell groups. A century ago, a Montana copper baron bought a U.S. Senate seat through legit direct bribery, and Montana has been fighting that since then. Now the state is saying enough with the corruption, guys. So this is not a repeal of Citizens United. It is a challenging of it from a completely different direction. One that can work in other states too. The Montana plan, they're calling it, concerns corporate charters, which means what powers states choose to grant to the corporations. It's a legal question that hasn't been tested, and constitutional scholars are saying that it could just work. If Montana voters approve this and it survives in court, this could be replicated in all 50 states. Every state can say, do you want limited liability? Do you want tax breaks? Excellent, then you can't use any of your money to influence elections anymore. No federal amendment, no waiting on Congress. For 15 years, we've been told that the system can't change. Supreme Court precedent. Over and done with. Montana has decided otherwise. The answer was always there. States can just say no.